So emotions, like sand, can get pushed around by the waves. But love that becomes a decision, an act, is like rock. Because you can't promise to feel happy or even feel patient every day. But you can decide to act kindly, to speak gently to each other, no matter the situation or how you feel, no matter which emotions are coming in or going out. And when it becomes a decision, well, then no matter what life sends you, that love remains solid as a rock, and you can build anything.
My name is Jen Wallen. I am from Saratoga Springs, New York, but I went to school in Schuylerville, so one town over. But for the last 5 years, I've lived down in Washington, D.C. Prior to that, lived in Denver for a few years, lived in Wisconsin a few years, so been around.
So Jen doesn't know about these socks, by the way. So. I'm Merritt Shoemaker, grew up in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Went to school at Marquette University, got my bachelor's and master's in mechanical engineering, and now I'm working in Washington, D.C. as a federal program manager. Yep, working on, yeah, I guess, yeah, working on nuclear weapons, so, yeah. yeah.
So we met in college. So we both went to Marquette University in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So we met my senior year of college, his first year of grad school. Met at a bar, the way all good couples meet. College couples, yep, of course. So he came up to me first. Actually, he came up to my friend first, who then introduced him to me.
I think it was like a Thursday or Friday night. Just went out to one of the local bars, Murphy's Irish Pub, and just hanging out with my buddies, and was talking to this other girl, actually, at the time. Happened to be her big in her sorority, actually. Yeah, hadn't seen her in a while, just saying hello. And then, Jen showed up, and then stopped talking to her big, and started talking to her, and then things kind of got hit off. And then, like any reasonable guy would do, went on Facebook Messenger later that night, and
He Facebook messaged me at 2 a.m. that night, asking me on a date, classic. And then we went out to dinner the next day, and the rest is history.
Cool, so how did that date go?
The date went well. We went to a burger place on campus, so very classy.
It was like, hey, would you be down to go to a burger joint, a local burger joint in Milwaukee called a Solomons?
So we went there on our date, and I think it was only supposed to be an hour and a half, and we were there for probably 3 or 4 hours, just chatting. It was a long day, yeah, but it was great. I called my best friend after I was done and said, yeah, that was a great date. Like, I think I want to see him again, and I think I saw him every day after that.
You know, it was kind of crazy. I wasn't expecting much. I had this ugly purple shirt on. She always tells me, I got rid of it once we started dating. But what turned into like an hour, what I thought was gonna be an hour, we were there for 4 hours, just talking. Yeah, just talking. We had like already eaten our burgers. I think we actually got another order of fries and just ate. Yeah, and just talked. And then within 3 months, I was at her place. I was here celebrating Thanksgiving.
We met in September, and by Thanksgiving time, he wasn't going home to see his family because he was from New Mexico and he was a poor grad student. And I was looking for somebody to drive home to New York with me. So I was like, oh, I've known you for 2 months. Do you want to come meet my family for Thanksgiving? That's normal, right?
Draw me a picture and I'll color you a song, and we'll sing it all night long.
That's how I knew this was it, because we drove through a snowstorm in a rental car that we weren't familiar with, and I guess her mom and dad trusted me enough to drive their daughter, who, she had just known me for a couple months, and yeah, actually that road trip went really, really well.
So he did, and we made the 10-hour drive from Wisconsin to New York, and that was probably, I don't remember that being a turning point necessarily, but spending 10 hours in a car with someone that you met 2 months ago is a pretty good way to get to know someone really well. So
yeah, and I can't believe it's been now almost 8 years now that we've been together. So yeah, but that road trip, that's when I knew.
Now
Yeah.
you're on the road trip of life.
Yeah. But it's, just gorgeous up here. Yeah, I love it up here. And her family's just amazing. Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah. Just really, really, really nice people. They took me in on their own right away. And it was good to know that, I was accepted right away. And it was great. Yeah, everything just worked out really, really well. And she's just so even-tempered, because I can be a little much. I'm a socialite. I like to party. I like to have fun, and people know that. And she's very down to earth, and it's a lot of people say, oh, she's keeping you grounded. Well, yeah, that's okay. I need that sometime, because I can get a little out of hand. I'm getting a little older. I'm not the same college student anymore. So
he's the opposite of me in a lot of ways. Like, I'm very quiet and reserved and focused. He is sort of loud and outgoing and goofy and ridiculous, which at times can be annoying, but also just one of the things that I love about him, because I'm just so much not that way, that he can really pull me out of my shell.
But you and me.
Sorry, smile. Put a smile there. You can't see where I put it. I can't see it. I'm here.
What are some attributes that you admire about her?
Oh man, she makes me laugh.
Okay, Dad.
First thought, she's just really, really goofy. She has these really funny puns, and she's gonna kill me. She really likes puns, loves puns, and I thought I was gonna be the bad one with dad jokes as I got older. Oh, she has all the puns, all the puns, yeah. And it'll just be like, we'll have maybe a really bad day, and she'll just come out with one at a dinner or something, and we're just giggling, Her sense of adventure, spontaneity is huge. So I thought that was me, and then I realized, actually, no, it's her. Like, when I met her, she's like, let's go to Paris. I'm like, we're not even gonna plan it. Yeah, let's just go this weekend. Let's just fly. And then one time she was out there for a conference in London. And she's like, we should just fly out for the weekend. I'm like, wow, okay. And then she's like, oh, and by the way, we're gonna take the train up to Edinburgh and we're gonna go visit my cousin. I'm like, sure, why not?
What about your wedding day are you most anticipating?
Of course, I'm excited to just be married to him. We've been together a long time at this point, 8 years. So it's been a long time coming. So excited to just finally make that official and sort of see his face, as I walk down the aisle. But also just excited to see, all of our friends and family in one place. With him being from New Mexico, his family has never been to this area. A lot of his friends have never been here. A lot of our friends are from Wisconsin or all across the country. So it'll be nice to have everyone in one spot.
You like the socks?
Those are cute.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Explain the day.
Yeah, so we got proposed in the city that we met and fell in love, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Yeah, you know, the day, I think she knew all the way going up there. She had even hinted. She's like, are you going to propose to me? Because I was actually up there for one of my friends' weddings, Jeff's wedding. They had a wedding outside of Madison, and it was a couple days before the wedding. We were in downtown Milwaukee, went to this like Italian restaurant.
The proposal was cute. So we happened to be in Milwaukee for one of his friend's weddings, and it happened to fall on the same weekend as our, what year was that, 6-year anniversary. So I had suggested like, oh, let's go maybe a day early. We can go, you know, to dinner, celebrate our anniversary. It'll be really cute and romantic.
Yeah, so I knew exactly what I wanted to propose to her. It was actually at the Milwaukee Art Museum. It's this big, beautiful, it kind of has these wings that span out, really, really nice area. And it was 3/4 of a mile from the restaurant. So she's in heels.
After he was like, oh, do you want to go walk down by Lake Michigan? Because we used to, when we were dating, we would go down and walk by the lake and sit there and hang out. I was like, yeah, okay, sure. But I was wearing heels. And it was a bit of a trek from the restaurant to the lake. So the whole time we're walking, and I'm walking very slowly, and he is dragging me by the hand, not saying a word. He was clearly very nervous, I knew after the fact, but like, it was the weirdest thing. I was like, okay, can we not walk this fast?
And I'm nervous, and I'm pulling her, you know, because I'm so nervous, I just want to get it done.
But then we finally got to the lake, and he like sort of turned around and like took a deep breath and gathered his thoughts and then proposed.
And I get down on one knee like that, and she's like, oh my God. And then at least she looked surprised. And then I said, I was just like, hey, well, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, and do you want to do this with me? And she's like, yes, of course.
So it was very cute. It was a city that meant a lot to us, on a date that meant a lot to us. So it was adorable. Yeah. I wasn't super surprised. I sort of knew that the ring had been shipped. I had a thought that it was coming. But it was still adorable, and you know, I didn't cry, but you know, it was very, very sweet. Yeah.
Did you say yes?
I said yes, I did. Right.
Yeah, and then because it was night, we wound up at the hotel, and then the next day we actually took photos just at the same place, and yeah, because it was, you know, the lighting was better.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So yeah, it's kind of, that's what happened. We were both really, really excited. It was a long time coming, I think. So I think we were at, by then, 7 years. Yeah, actually it was a couple of years ago, so. Oh, did she? Who's counting? Yeah, I think it's more important. I know the date, I just don't know how many years. Yeah.
Do you, Merritt, take Jen to be your lawfully wedded wife? Do you promise to love her in sickness and in health, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, and forsaking all others, keep yourself for her only, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Do you, Jen, take Merritt to be your lawfully wedded husband? Do you promise to love him in sickness and in health, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, and forsaking all others, keep yourself for him alone, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Jen, place the ring on Merritt's finger and repeat after me.
This one.
Merritt, I give you this ring
Merritt, I give you this ring
as a sign of my commitment and my love.
as a sign of my commitment and my love.
Merritt, place the ring on Jen's finger and repeat after me. Jen, I give you this ring
Jen, I give you this ring
as a sign of my commitment and my love.
as a sign of my commitment and my love.
Now that Jen and Merritt have given themselves to each other by solemn vow, with the joining of hands and the exchanging of rings, I declare them to be husband and wife. Merritt and Jen, you may kiss your spouse.
It's a privilege to be up here tonight to speak about my wonderful sister, Jenny. Is she not the most beautiful bride you've ever seen? And I am not just saying that because we look like twins. Growing up, Jen and I could not have been more different. Jen was quiet and reserved, composed and courteous. She excelled in academics and knew what she wanted her future to look like and was determined to make it a reality. Me, on the other hand, cute laughter. I could have been described as loud, hyper, a social butterfly, and possibly, the definition of a teenage drama queen. And although our personalities were different, and as kids it seemed like we had nothing in common, I can look back on my childhood and remember I always wanted to be like Jen.
But, I guess joke's on me because he grew up with all the brains and I got the looks and the hair. But at the same time, he did get this wonderful, beautiful bride sitting next to him. So who really won? And one of the most important things, and I'm sure you have all noticed, is how calculating and methodical Merritt is and what kind of an engineering type he is. And so as his life through college, I'm sure he did all the calculations in the world to go through all 7 billion people there are that we've never met before to find the most beautiful woman he could that would stay by his side the rest of his life. So for that, I would like to raise a toast for this enduring love and eternal devotion to one another. Let us celebrate this undying devotion and love for one another.
And I wish you nothing but a lifetime of happiness. So please raise a glass to the bride and groom, to Jen, my sister, my best friend, my hero, and to Merritt, the lucky bastard that got to marry her. I love you both.
Me wanna celebrate, 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 celebrate tonight.
I think as a couple, we're both really ambitious and career driven in different ways, which sort of we balance each other out in that way. Like we talked about before, right? He's more silly and outgoing, and I am more quiet and reserved. And because he can do that, that allows us to sort of balance each other out more.
She's made me realize the importance of quiet, sitting down, kind of enjoying things a little bit more. Her love for her career, her love for people. Yeah, and I think the balance between me being a little bit more domestic versus her being more, career oriented. Yeah, I think we definitely got a gender role reversal going on. The traditional role. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Me wanna celebrate, 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 celebrate tonight. Celebrate tonight.
thank everybody and all the families and all the love and memories we've shared over the years. It's really, really exciting to have everybody here. I know it's been a tough couple of years with the pandemic and everything. And I just ask, count your blessings. You got really good family here, a lot of good friends. I'm very thankful. Yeah. And all I want to say is for all the memories and laughs you share tonight, awesome. For all the memories and laughs that you share in the future, make sure you hold those. There's going to be a lot of other weddings, I guarantee it. So, yeah, thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts. We love all of you.
You make me wanna celebrate, celebrate, celebrate.
I love him for his personality. He is just the nicest, sweetest guy you've ever met. So genuine, so caring, so ridiculous and goofy. He can make me laugh when I absolutely do not want to laugh. And that, I really love that about him. Hopefully we'll be in Europe in a few years. London or Paris would be the goal, but pretty much anywhere we'd be happy with.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, so we want to do that. We want to travel around a lot. And then maybe long term, maybe adopt a few kids, a few more corgis. We have one now who's adorable. Yeah, that's going to be our life.
There's nothing in the world that I love more than waking up next to Jen. I just know that I know this is right. It just feels right. It's natural. That's how I know I love her. I'm not forcing anything. Nothing feels forced. And I know at the end of the day, she's always going to be there for me. It's more than family, it's something different when you're with someone like that. It's a romantic type of relationship versus loving your parents or your siblings or something like that. And so I just know that relationship's going to last a really long time, and that's why I love her, because I know it's going to work out. I don't have to question any of it. I'm excited for whatever happens.
Came to life.